listeners. That's from Duolingo. Uh, Today we're going to talk about if you can't sleep. Today we're going to talk about not being able to sleep and why that is and why it's a daytime problem and what to do about it. I'm Dr. Natalie Gonzalez. I'm a retired general surgeon. I went back to train to do integrative medicine, which is using the best of both alternative and conventional medicine to optimize your health. And I train for functional medicine, which means I'm going to be looking for the root or underlying cause of whatever health condition you have, rather than putting a band-aid on the symptoms. Today we're going to talk about those people who can't sleep. Can't sleep is a big problem, and often it's a daytime, not a nighttime problem. And so when it comes to understanding this, you need to understand that stress produces cortisol. Cortisol is like a stimulant. It's almost like having a dose of caffeine. When you have cortisol in your system, it's meant to keep you awake. And when you're under stress, that's great. You're nice and alert and awake. And that happens during the daytime when you're dealing with all kinds of problems that come up during the day. But as the day goes on, you need to be starting to deal with the stress and the cortisol levels by down regulating stress in the late afternoons and early evenings, so that when it gets time to go to bed, you don't have high levels of cortisol in your system. Cortisol makes it so you can't fall asleep and you can't stay asleep. You wake up to go to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden you're wide awake, looking at the ceiling, thinking about all the problems of your day. That's cortisol. And cortisol is normal in the early morning hours of the night when you get to the point where you're starting to wake up for your day, so maybe 5 or 6 a.m., your body's making cortisol naturally to help you wake up and get started for your day. But that should not be going on at 10 o'clock at night when you should be falling asleep. So it's a matter of regulating cortisol in your day in order to get to the point that when it's time to go to sleep, your cortisol levels are at their lowest, and when it's time to wake up, that's when your cortisol rises. And you have quite a lot of control over those things. So, if you're dealing with health conditions that require sleep, which is just about all of them, heart conditions require sleep in order to regulate heart rhythms and heart function. Any kind of inflammatory disease, which would be autoimmune disorders, but it would also be just pain and inflammation. It might be diseases of the blood vessels, which the underlying root cause of diseases of the blood vessels like heart attacks, strokes, kidney disease, high blood pressure, the underlying reason for this, for those blood vessel diseases, is inflammation. Inflammation and immune function are regulated with sleep. So anytime you need any kind of immune function regulation, maybe you're getting a lot of colds and flus, maybe you're dealing with viruses like herpes simplex virus, or maybe you're dealing with cancers. All of those immune function disorders require sleep, because that's when your immune system is being regulated. So it's not just for the sleepy that need sleep, it's for the people who are dealing with all of those kinds of health conditions that require sleep in order for your body to function and fight off those conditions naturally. So I just want you to understand that when it comes to regulating sleep, you want your cortisol levels to be low. That means you want to be thinking about not, these are ways to regulate that cortisol level. So I want you to be thinking in the evening after 4 o'clock, I really don't want you to be doing a strenuous workout. If you do any physical activity at all, it should be something that helps you wind down, like a leisurely walk, not a brisk walk. So, your exercise routines need to be in the morning. If you're going to stress your body with exercise, make sure that's before 4 or 5 p.m. in the evening, and the rest of the time you're winding down with your activity level. Maybe it's yoga to help you wind down. You also have ways of breathing to help you wind down that stress level. So just a rhythmic, easy breath, 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out, maybe 25 rounds of that. Maybe just, let your breath out and wait for the next breath. That's another way to down regulate your stress levels, is not so much counting your breath in and counting your breath out, but just letting all of it out and all of the tension out and waiting for the next breath to come on its own. So that's another breathing exercise. You need to make sure you're not engaging in any serious discussions or arguments or financial reports in the evening. You need to really pay attention to what you're reading. It shouldn't be, something that's going to bring your stress level up. And same with watching programs. Anything that gets you emotionally wound up, anything that gets you on the edge of your seat, like a really dynamic movie, those are great, but not after a certain time of the evening. Those should be saved for during the daytime, maybe the morning, the afternoon, but not in the evening when you're trying to wind down. So, coffee, of course, caffeine, alcohol, all interfere with sleep, and not to be having those in the evening as an attempt to try to sleep. They just interrupt not only the ability to fall asleep sometimes, although alcohol helps you fall asleep, but it interrupts your sleep during the evening or during the nighttime. Those sleep cycles are completely disrupted by both alcohol and caffeine. I'm Dr. Natalie Gonzalez. If this has been helpful for you, I want you to send it to somebody else that it would be helpful for, somebody else that has trouble sleeping, a friend or a family member. If you don't know of anybody, then like or subscribe, because especially with likes, YouTube will find somebody similar to you to share it with. And we will see you back in one of our next videos. There will be one linked to this one. But if you don't know, if you're not sure which one to watch, look on our website and look under the sleep videos, because we have a few that might be have additional information that will be helpful. We will see you back next time. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care.